Hi guys, welcome to this good to great activity. We're going to focus today on division word problems. And we're going to do two word problems together. For both of these word problems, you should have paper and pencil because I'm going to ask you at several points of the video to stop and do some work yourself on the problem and not just let me solve it. All right, so this activity is designed to be interactive. And these problems are going to help you go from like knowing how to divide numbers to knowing how to read a word problem and analyze that the division is needed and doing the division well. Let's go. All right, problem number one. I'm going to read that one. Candy store sold 432 candy bars the day before Halloween. They sold 9 different brands of candy bars. They sold exactly the same number of candy bars from each brand. So take a moment to try to identify in the problem some key words and key numbers and facts that could help us solving this problem. And then on the right side of your page, try to draw a model to describe this situation that will help us decide what to do. Okay, so this is how I read this problem and analyze things. The candy store sold 432 candy bars. So I'm going to underline this. Seems to be the total that they sold. So that's going to play a role. The day before Halloween. I don't think that's important to know, except that it gets us excited. We're talking about candy. They sold 9 different brands of candy bar. And if I look at this picture, see some Twix, some Mars, that makes me think about, it could be Kit Kat and other kind of candy bars. I'm not really good at candy bars brand, but 9 different kinds, 432 total. And then in the last question, they sold exactly the same number of candy bars from each brand. So that I think is going to be important. And that makes me right away want to draw something. If I want to draw same size groups of candy bar, it looks that they sold like 4 boxes of the same size. 9 boxes of the same size of candy bars. Okay, so I've got my 9 boxes. One might be Twix, one might be Mars, one might be Kit Kat, etc., Crunch, and each box has the same number of candy bar. Now the total, the whole thing, is a group of 432 bars. Now, one thing I forgot to write under that problem for that first one is the question, my mistake. So the question in this problem is, how many candy bars of each brand did the store sell? Like how many of Kit Kat did they sell? How many of Crunch did they sell, etc., etc. So now that I have set it up this way, it really makes me think, if I'm trying to find out how many of each kind did they sell, that I should figure out how many times 9 goes into 432. And that would help me figure out how many candy bars of each kind were sold. So it is a division problem. So now the video is going to stop. Take a moment to try to do this division on your own. Enter the answer in the box on the screen and then watch the correction. All right, so let's correct. I like to use the standard algorithm, but you might have used a different method. So I'm going to try to figure out, well, how many times 9 goes into 4? That's too small, so I'm going to go to 43. How many times 9 goes into 43? I like to write my multiples on the side, even though it's a little hard with the program I'm using. 9, 18, 36. Oh, I'm getting close. I forgot 27. Sorry about that. And then 45. So it looks like the one that is going to work, that is going to be a little bit less than 43, is 36, which is 9 times 4. So I'm going to put 4 here. 9 times 4 is 36. And then I'm going to set up my subtraction, and my reminder is going to be 7. I'm bringing down the 2, and I repeat the process. How many times does 9 go into 72? It goes exactly 8 times. 9 times 8 is 72. So it looks that they would have sold 48 candy bars of each kind. I want to check that this is reasonable. So if 48 is the answer, they sold 9 boxes, 9 brands, and 48 candy bars in each brand. So I would need to do 9 times 48 and see if that equals my original answer. I'm going to go a little faster here. And if I set that up, the answer is yes. That will give you 432. So I check my answer and we're good. Okay. All right, let's try a second one.